Let's go.
All right, so I started a business called ComputeWare LLC. It's basically a business that's going to be tech-based, either for building computers or for the maintenance and cleaning of those computers.
Okay.
Its structure is a limited liability company, single owner membership under me. I went ahead and put some background information on myself, just so you know what I do and where I am in school. Currently, I'm a sophomore here at Tech, pursuing a degree in computer engineering, and then I work as an employee at Chick-fil-A at Harper Road. I'm planning on formulating a group of advisors for my company as an LLC, just so I have someone to refer to in the tech industry that already has experience and already knows what they're doing. Because sometimes there's a lot of things with the maintenance of these things where there were quirks or back orders where there's specific parts that we would have to know and be able to track those down. I'm also hoping to establish a personal liability program for the customer. Since we are a limited liability company, they can't really do anything for themselves. But since we're touching something of their ownership and their property, I want to make sure that we can cover something for them as a liable program for our company, so the customer feels safe when we go and work on these types of tech programs. This is the full business model canvas. I'll give you a few seconds just to look over it. But I just wrote down a brief one right after this that I'll cover, just so I hit the main points of this full business model canvas. For our key resources, it's just having the knowledge base of the tech, being able to clean it, being able to build one, being able to deconstruct one, anything along those lines. We're definitely going to want to be able to distribute our services as quickly as possible and in the lines in terms of our contracts. If there's a contract that's signed and says we're doing it every month, we need to be there every month. If it says every week, we need to be there every week. When it comes to marketing, I want to make sure that we market towards those that either already have the tech or are interested in getting some. People that are interested in desktops, interested in laptops, being able to make sure that we provide for those people. We can also provide people that haven't really got into tech an avenue to start getting into tech. So if they don't really know a whole lot about desktop computers and they want to start learning about that, we can give them an avenue to do that. And then we want to make sure we have that recurring feedback for them to come back to us. So we always know, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? Was there anything wrong after, did it perform weird after we cleaned it? Something along those lines. For our location, currently I'm going to operate it remotely, basically traveling from property to property to do this for them. Eventually, I plan to actually set up a business location somewhere along the lines if the business starts taking off here in West Virginia. Otherwise, the business can move along with me and I can set up different state registrations, since I already learned how to do it here at West Virginia. And since it's got a federal EIN, I can just go along and sign up for that state registration once I do. For our business cost structure, I wanted to make sure that we fixate the business on minimal pricing for our customers. Basically meaning that these cleaning services aren't going to be too expensive. I know you don't have a whole lot of time, nor do you have a whole lot of money to be able to have this happen. So for that, I plan on making a full breakdown of what each part would cost to clean, what this would cost to clean, and actually having that for my customers when we start operating. One-time services are actually going to be an opportunity for the business. It will be a little bit more expensive since you're not going to come back to me. But if you ever start coming back to me continually, I'm probably going to give you some discounts since you are coming back to me as a customer. For some costs for the business itself, just to consider, it's the parts, if we need to replace something, the cleaning supplies to actually clean it, certification to actually clean stuff and work on these computers, and then for our variable costs, we need a facility, the liability program. That will be a variable cost depending on the customer, how much liability they want on their tech when we go and clean it, and stuff along those lines. When it comes to our revenue streams, I've listed 3 major ones for the business. We have the contractual fees for when people sign contracts with us and we go and do these recurring cleaning fees. A one-time purchase fee or price, so if they want to purchase a GPU from us and we actually have one, that's also some form of profit we could get from our customers. And if they have a customer requested specialized project. I plan on not doing the customer specialized projects immediately when I open the business. but that is something I want to expand into and have a knowledge base of a workforce to be able to do. I know I'd be able to do it now, but since I'm doing the cleaning service, I want to be able to get the main portion of the business up and running before I start doing these customers request specialized projects, building custom desktops and stuff along those lines. And all of this leads to profit for the business. And then lastly, just to cover some business goals within the next probably about year, I want to be able to establish a website for the business so people can be able to find us easily on the web, add a location on that website, so they can track us down and be able to come contact us. I also want to establish a continual customer base within this, I'd say within the first 2 months, just to make sure that we have people that are going to want our services. The business isn't going to be successful if there's not people that are wanting to actually buy it. When you look at the way people want to find a business, they definitely want a location eventually. So I set it a goal to have it within 3 years of our first operation. Honestly, a better goal would be to do it in a year, but sometimes that's not possible with the way that housing market and the commercial market looks right now in West Virginia. And I'd also like to explore more opportunities for income, either grouping up and having a partnership with another business that deals with tech or something along those lines, maybe something on the wireless side. Whatever I can do to just have another opportunity for our business to expand to a bigger customer base. Any questions?